Have you ever thought, your tongue weighs almost nothing, yet on the day of judgment, it could be heavier than mountains? Imam Ali said, "Take care of your tongue like the way you take care of gold and silver." Ziyad mocked with his words, and they destroyed him, until he realized words are more valuable than treasure. Don't let your tongue burn bridges you cannot rebuild. Guard it, polish it, and spin it only on truth. Because one word can make you, and one word can break you. Subscribe to Deen in Minute, where every story is a reminder for your soul. A tongue sharper than swords, Imam Ali, may Allah be pleased with him reminder. The city of Basra was alive with trade, its streets buzzing with the clamor of merchants, the cries of children chasing kites, and the fragrance of spices drifting from narrow stalls. Among the many who walked those streets lived a man named Ziyad. His wealth was not great, his home was modest, but his tongue was sharp, restless, and quick to leap ahead of his heart. Ziyad had a habit. He loved talking about people, mocking them, laughing at their flaws, and repeating words without thought. What began as a way to entertain his friends had grown into a sickness of the soul. When neighbors saw him approach, they braced themselves, for his tongue was like a knife, cutting reputations, slicing friendships, and wounding dignity. One night, while Ziyad sat with friends at the corner of the marketplace, a man passed by with a limp. Ziyad smirked and whispered loudly, "Look, even his shadow walks crooked." His companions erupted in laughter, but the man's face darkened, his eyes filling with tears as he disappeared into the crowd. Moments later, an elderly scholar who had been listening quietly spoke. His beard was white, his face radiant with wisdom. "Do you not fear Allah, O Ziyad?" he asked. "Do you not know what Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib said? Take care of your tongue like the way you take care of gold and silver. Gold and silver are hidden, protected in chests. But your tongue, you have left it wild, destroying hearts as if they are worthless." Ziyad laughed nervously, brushing off the old man's words. Yet that night, he could not sleep. His dreams were filled with faces, the limping man, the women he mocked, the friends he betrayed with his gossip. Their eyes accused him, their voices echoed like thunder. When he awoke, his heart raced, but pride silenced his guilt. Days passed. Ziyad's tongue grew only sharper. He mocked the imam who led prayers too slowly. He mocked a young boy for mispronouncing Quran. He even mocked a widow who sold dates to feed her children. And then, his words returned to him like arrows. One afternoon, Ziyad was summoned by the governor. His knees shook as he entered the grand hall, its pillars tall and guard stern. The governor glared at him. "You have been accused," he thundered, "of spreading lies about your neighbors, slandering merchants, and mocking the poor. Such behavior divides our city and poisons hearts. Do you deny it?" Ziyad's tongue, once so bold, now faltered. He stammered, but the whispers of the marketplace had already testified against him. The governor did not imprison him, nor did he fine him. Instead, he gave a punishment more terrifying. "You will walk the streets you have poisoned, and for every person you mocked, you will seek forgiveness publicly. Until then, your honor is broken, and your word holds no weight." Ziyad's face burned with shame. The same streets where his tongue once ruled now swallowed him in humiliation. Children pointed, merchants whispered, women shook their heads. "There goes the man whose tongue was sharper than swords," they said. The first door he knocked on was that of the limping man. Ziyad's voice trembled as he apologized, but the man only stared silently before closing the door. The second was the widow selling dates. She forgave him, but her eyes carried a sorrow that stabbed deeper than her words. Every apology was heavier than the last. Ziyad realized something. Words, once spoken, cannot be undone. They echo in hearts, they wound deeper than daggers, and they live longer than the tongue itself. One evening, broken and exhausted, Ziyad sat alone by the river. The moonlight shimmered on the water, and the scholar he had once dismissed approached again. "Do you see now, O Ziyad?" the old man said gently. "Gold and silver are valuable because they can build houses, feed the hungry, and clothe the poor. But a tongue, when guarded, can build more than houses. It can build hearts, and when left wild, it destroys more than fire." Imam Ali, A.S., warned us, "Take care of your tongue as you do your treasures. For every coin you lose, Allah can replace. But every word you speak, Allah will ask you about it. Ziyad wept. The scholar sat beside him, placing a hand on his shoulder. Do not despair. The tongue that destroyed can also heal. Use it now for truth, for kindness, for remembrance of Allah. Every scar you left can be softened by good words, by prayer, by sincere repentance. From that day, Ziyad changed. Slowly, painfully, he rebuilt the trust he had destroyed. His tongue, once quick to mock, became quick to praise. Where he once spread gossip, he now spread salam. Where he once mocked the weak, he now defended them. Years later, people spoke of him again, but this time with respect. Ziyad? He is the man who learned the value of silence. The man whose tongue once destroyed, but now heals. And in the quiet as nights, Ziyad would whisper a dua, his voice trembling. Ya Allah, guard my tongue as you guard the treasures of the earth. Do not let me use it except for truth, kindness, and your remembrance.